Alright, good day, hi and welcome. Messy Boogie. Messy Boogie. I left for a few minutes. Might as well get the air flowing again in here. Okay, I'll show you where I'm at. Oh, got to clean off the table, make it look good. But anyway, the table is technically cleaned off. I just want to show you what it looks like when it's cleaned off. It's a nice table. I think I really need that. Got a nephew's student picture. Okay, you got to see this though. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that or not. Put that over there. That. So the drugs, man. Okay, I'll put that here. Okay, I'll leave the keys on it. I'll just take this off of it. That's for them to go through. I'll put that aside. Yeah, so that's the table there. I just gave it a sweep off. Got the top of the fridge done. You wouldn't think I made any headway, but notice something missing? Yeah, I'm going to show you something, guys, really important. There's a lot of paper there. We'll get to that in a second. I've got to clean all this out. I think the executive decision is that's going too. But I got that big sucker out. I'll see if my friend Amanda wants it. It just needs to be cleaned up. It's nothing really wrong with it. Same with this, but I don't know if that might be bolted to the wall. I've got this, right? Even if I had a house full of kids, you could stock that properly. You have all your groceries in there. It's really, that's like overstock of overstock, stuff that never gets used, and most of it's not edible anymore, so I'm going to throw all that out. But I got stuff in bags. I'll show you what I did. Believe it or not, I got quite a bit out, but we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this big time. Stuff that happens to people. Why you never put stuff in front of your registers. There's a deer horn there. So, yeah, as you can see, I've got, like, they can go through these bags later, but the stuff is out here, so I got more bags over here. And all that, and they can go like out here is going to be a little while, but like they had like tubs of like old grease that was like way back in the shelf. It's like, oh geez, I went and dumped it. It's like like you got to deal with stuff right away, right? So but I did grab some of the dishes from outside, and I have a full matching set. Need to be cleaned, but the sink, look at the dirt in the sink. Like, I mean, like the one thing with my dad and I, like, we wouldn't tolerate this kind of mess, right? Like I say, I love my brother and my sister-in-law and my nephew and all that, but no, everybody's got to chip in. But I got a full set of her plates and bowls and matching plates down here. Yeah. There's about 8 of each one, which is more than enough. So I'm allowed to break 2 or 3. But I want to show you this, okay? So people get stuff put in front of their, and I'm sure it's going to be the same behind where the attack cactus is there, that stationary object that keeps attacking me. No attacking once, but look, there was paper on there, guys. Stuff falls in behind. You put it on the shelf, it falls in behind. And look at the dirt in there. You know what I mean? That piece of rug. I mean, that piece of rug is going to be musty and moldy, and it was an eggshell. Like so. Like, one of the things that they were bad for was like letting the garbage pile up, and then they'd have too much of it, and then it'd overflow, and then it falls into places like here and in here. So I've cleaned all that out. That'll never happen with me. I'm actually quite a clean person. You know what I mean? Like, but you got to make a lot of mess to clean up. My goal is just to get as much in boxes. They can go through everything, figure out what they want to keep, what they don't want to keep. My sister-in-law gave me the green light this morning. I said, is there anything else dishes-wise you want? She says, no. Go nuts. So I said, okay, well, what I'll do is, because, my brother, there might be some stuff. Oh, did you throw this out or did you throw that out? And I'll be like, I don't know. It's all gone, so chances are the answer will be yes. But there's some stuff I'm going to keep too, like the dishes and whatever. I still got to clean the cupboards. I sort of gave them a quick sweeping out the other day. I swept out that one the other day. I kept the peanut butter, not for me. Like, there was old jars of half, like that much peanut butter left, that type of thing. Right at the back of the shelf. It's just, you got to stay on top of that stuff. You really do. Because you just keep putting stuff in front of it, right? and then that leads to more problems, smells and stuff like that. And it might not be mold or whatever, but it's just it's going to smell up your house, right? Um, so yeah, I thought I'd show you that. My goal today, I got to go deal with a freaking hornet's nest at the top of the church steeple, and my client's not there. I went down twice already, and I said it was probably going to be in the afternoon because I thought I'd be cutting grass all day, but I just kind of made the executive decision. Like, I want to start music production this weekend, guys. Today's 1 week since I came in here. Oh, there's a wasp. Where's that wasp? I don't trust him. I don't know where his nest is, though. It's got to be in here somewhere. Once I get out here, this is going to be all organized and spick and span. But my thinking was getting, like, my brother gets everything up there, I'll get all my stuff down here. But my other thinking now is just like, no. I think that the proper thing is get all this stuff out or organized, whatever, clean everything up, then get my stuff down here. Although I did bring down my clock today, and it appears the battery's good. I just grabbed a random battery out of the cupboard there at home. So, all this, God knows what kind of terrors are behind there, all those bags of clothes. There's probably stuff molding in behind there. And, you gotta have things organized to a degree. And if you can organize it, you should be throwing stuff out. If you have stuff, one of my uncles came up with this idea where if you have stuff more than 3 years and you don't use it at all, give it away, burn it, sell it, do something with it. Just get rid of it, right? And that is a really good philosophy because, guys, what my average room is going to look like, I'll show you. Okay, like, again, I'm more of a minimalist, right? Okay, there's going to be musical equipment in here. Okay, there's going to be nothing on the walls. Maybe I might put up a poster, but I'm eventually going to do the okay. Oh, I guess I'm in the wide angle. Like, this is going to stay nice and clean. Okay, maybe in the spring I'm going to repaint everything and paint the ceiling or whatever. I might do that. I might not have to because I'm probably going to be putting soundproofing sheets on the wall, which will take up the entire wall. I want to make this a bit of a dead room. The floor, what I might do, I know I said in the previous video that I don't want rug or whatever, but I'm going to build like a drum riser kind of thing. Think of it like a floating floor sort of kind of concept. And what I'm going to do with that is to get the drums, number one, off the floor, but to have sound dampening so it's not as loud. Like, the idea is to seal up this room volume-wise. I don't necessarily have to do the ceiling, but the idea is to put stuff on there to, even if it's not fully covered, but just in sections, just to dampen the sound, right? So maybe strips of like noise canceling foam. You can buy the stuff by the square footage. Like literally in pads. You can literally buy pads to do it. The idea of this room is to make it like an isolation room, soundproof isolation room. There's a couple of things I can do. Number one, I could just leave the walls alone altogether, and although it's very expensive to buy one, I can build an independent isolation booth. Build a drum riser and put the isolation booth on that. So when I want to come in here, you can hear those acoustics, right? It sounds brilliant for acoustic guitars. This room sounds absolutely amazing. It's weird because it's not as echoey because of the linoleum floor, but the acoustics in here just seem to be, maybe because it's a slightly bigger room, the reverberation or delay or whatever you want to call it, echo off the wall is just right for acoustic guitars. So they're going to see, hopefully starting this weekend, some acoustic guitar stuff starting. I haven't even touched the instruments today because I got to deal with that. I got 4 jobs that I should be doing today, and because I didn't know if it was going to rain or not, I decided to take today off. I can work tomorrow if I'm not working with my buddy. Sunday I have to get a little bit done, but like each job I got to do is like they're all short jobs, so I could spread them out, right, and do whatever I got to do. Getting into that, I got to get into that pretty soon, but I want to deal with this as much as possible today because I only work down here till about 2 o'clock or whatever, and but you can see how dangerous that can be, having all that junk on the back, stuff that falls. Like most of the time, you're not aware of it. And think about all that heat blockage. Now, what I want to know is I had one heater on this morning, even though my heat's off. That'll burn. Yeah, so that one's off. But my heater's off, and I know baseboard heaters will come on by themselves sometimes. It wasn't that cold last night. It was damp. It was very damp last night because of all the rain. And I got the window open. I had this window open all night, just a crack. It's cold now, but it was on. So I don't know. Maybe I might have to at some point operation replace thermostat. God knows how bad. Well, my grandmother died in 2013 or 2012. My mom passed away in 2014. I believe it was 2013 or 2014. 2012 or 2013 when my grandmother passed away. And these things were probably 10, 15 years old by then. You know what I mean? Like, the other thing I noticed too, and this is another reason why you don't put stuff too close to your heaters, is there's rust on top of the heaters. Okay, so rust is moisture. We know that that wall's condensating a little bit. That's my main issue wall, which I'm going to see if I can deal with it from the other side. There's ways to do it. Like 90% of the stuff in the issues with this building is an external issue, meaning water leaking in. So if you could stop the water or divert the water from leaking in, you kind of solve the issue. So a lot of people always focus on the inside of the house, but you should focus on the outside of the house first and work your way in. That's my recommendation, because like if you're covering the walls in the basement because the water's running in, he's drying out a bit, but if I get a week of rain, there's going to be a lot of water down there, right? So but at least I know where it's coming in. I've known for years. Pretty much everybody has. The entire family knows about the leak. Like, again, my grandfather knew about it, right? But my dad said it never really got as bad as it did. But at one point it backed up the storm drain basically down there, backed up, and my dad and my brother had to unclog it, and it's like 100 feet that they got to unclog, right? And they got it unclogged, and I'm gonna have to stay on top of that, because that's when there was one spring there was like almost 2 feet of water in the basement, right? So as far as the foundation, it's old, it's rickety, but it's good enough. It's good enough. So I got to get all this cleaned out. I got to clean out all the registers and everything like that, especially. I'll get the shop back down here and just get those as clean as possible, because if they're going to be coming on by the end of the month, end of September, probably October before I turn them on, because I tend to like it a bit cooler anyway. But if they're going to be coming on anyway, with the dog hair in there, all that dust, as soon as they come on, it's going to stink. It's like, when you light the furnace for the first time in the season, all the spider webs, everything kind of singe off in the pipes there. Yeah, it's like that. That fresh dog hair burn smell. Oh yeah, gotta love that one. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to be able to clean the window there, and I'll deal with this pantry on another day, but I want to still concentrate on this. Because I still got to get that wasp thing dealt with today if I can. But there's some stuff I'm going to keep. So I got a plate of dishes. I got the forks and knives. I got a couple of pots and pans. I got a strainer. So I got all the stuff that I would normally use. Cake pans. So I just don't bake cakes. I really just don't use ovens. I really do. I mean, once in a while I'll make a lasagna or something like that. Got a couple of crock pots. So I do got some stuff here that I am going to keep up. Most of it's just going to go in the bags for now. And my brother can come down at his leisure. Yay, nay, I'll keep this, I will keep this. And as the recycling bin gets emptied, I'll refill it each week with a recycling bag and get rid of the stuff that way. It doesn't matter if it stays on the porch for the next 6 months. Just getting rid of it once every 2 weeks, that's fine. As long as it's not in the house, right? The paper stuff, well, paper stuff is pretty easy. I don't bother putting that in the recycling when I got a burn barrel right there. I already burnt a little bit this morning. All this stuff here, like that's got to be cleaned up and all that, and it looks very junky. So There's some dishes there. The planters, I'm probably going to keep some of the planters because next year, guys, you're going to see flowers. You're going to see garden. You're going to see some really ridiculous amount of, wow, that's a nice view, eh? You're going to see a really ridiculous amount of food being produced here next year. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Anyway, I got to get back to it because I could kabobble all day, and I tend to like to do that. So, anyway, there we go.